So we just plugged the rig expert in, and I must say the more radials I put on, the lower the SWR seems to drop. But we can see, let's see if we can get it to be a bit, so you can see 40 meters is acceptable under 2, 20 meters, 1.3, even 15 meters I can use that as it is, 10 meters I can use that. 18 gets a bit high, but obviously that one just needs adjusting to bring it back down. So initially out of the box, it's kind of, do that, that's a bit easier. It's kind of plug and play, which is just the way you want it. And like I say, next week, when it gets a bit cooler, I'll manually do the elements and bring down the SWR. But in the meantime, I'm using the Matte Pro tuner just to be lazy. Okay, good luck. Just a quick look how I've done things here. I think it's very important if you write on the elements what they are. I need to do this again, but I can still see that's 40. That's the 40 and 15, and we can see this is well, the 20, the 12. But just get a marker that's waterproof, and you can write here also. Well, you can see 12, 40, 17, and the rest. What's very nice with this aerial is that all I have to do is loosen this, and that's the only thing holding the actual aerial bit to the radials. So to remove this aerial, I just take this off, undo the plastic nut here, which is just holding this on, and the whole thing just lifts off. Really, within 10 seconds, you can actually remove the aerial, which is fantastic in times of storm, or if you need to take it down quickly. And that's one reason why I bought this aerial, because it's just so easy to take down if there's any problems. The aerial now is sitting around 20 meters from the floor. When I say the floor, I mean the pavement. And let's see if I can just do a quick look round. Right, there are the roofs of our apartments. You can see here we've got a tree. Nothing. Then nothing. This is actually facing towards England now. This is west. Again, no buildings, no trees. Swinging all the way around. All the way around, right into the sunlight. All the way around, there's the first big building. And then the first big tree. So it's probably got a good 300 degrees of just nothing in the way at all, which is really the way it should be. And even the top of our apartments, the top of the area is still higher. So quite a unique situation here. Nothing in the way to block any of the signal. The length of the radials, Callum says between 3 and 5 meters, but you just do what you can, really. I think that's what you take away from that. Just put down what you can between 3 and 5, or if you've not got the space, even less. But I do find on the roof, because it's not, this is no way it's connected to the earth in any way, I probably need more radials than normal just to compensate. And that's about it. First impressions, very impressed. It cost €400 delivered, but then I got told it's an extra €90 in VAT and taxes. So €500 all in all. I got mine for the Martin Lynch shop because I think that's the only place you can buy them. Very friendly, very helpful service. It was here within 4 days after me paying for it. Very happy with the service. Very happy with the aerial up to now. A couple of days ago, on 18 meters, I heard 2 Australian stations. This was around 8 o'clock in the morning. First time ever in 3 years I've heard Australia. And this was with 2 operators, and I'd heard it on this antennae. So initial thoughts, it receives very, very well. I didn't try and get in contact with them. I just had a quick listen because everybody and their dog was trying to make contact with them. I hope this short video has been useful to somebody, and it does get a thumbs up from me. Let's see if I can I have to make sure I don't trip over into the wires. And I've actually got mine on the stand which I had the Yagi on, but it doesn't really need this stand. And you can see to hold the radials in place I have to use these rubber tiles. I need to find another solution, but for now these rubber tiles will just do nicely. Okay, any questions in the comments, and I'll stop this video here because there's not really a lot more to tell you than that. And just a very quick point, when I saw the videos on YouTube about this 9-meter vertical, I thought, oh god, I'm going to get so many complaints from the neighbours. But really, it does look a lot longer on the videos than it actually is. I was quite surprised from the pavement. Well, it's not invisible, but it certainly doesn't stand out as much as I thought. And the best thing is, you don't need guy wires. It's self-supporting. And like I say, as you can take it down within 10 seconds, if there's a storm or anything, or to repair it or alter it, that's the way to go. Very last thing, on the fold backs, each element you have to do around a 6cm fold back. Because it was very warm last week, the insulation tape holding the cable just kept coming loose, just down to how hot the weather was. So I put a small one of those small white plastic ties on each of the folds, and that's held it in place. I'm not sure you can see them. I don't think the resolution is too good on the camera, but next week or so I'll lower the aerial and do the SWR for each element. Right, I'll see if we can get a shot of the rig expert so we can see what the SWR is right out of the box. So, good morning. This is a quick video about my first impressions of the DX Commander Signature 9, which we can see here, proudly standing on the roof. As you probably know, we have my neighbour's flat roof, what I use, and the 4-element Yagi that used to be there has now been replaced by this vertical aerial, which I must say, very, very impressed with up to now. I did have my doubts with it just being a quarter wave on all the bands, but receives and transmits very, very well. Actually, more than impressed. So a very quick rundown. There's enough of these videos on YouTube. So these are the radials I've put down so far. I still need to finish off the other side with some more radials. I'm personally using EcoFlex 15 Coax cable. For me, it just reduces the background noise and it just seems to make it a bit quieter on the bands when I use this Coax. Just another tip, I got this cable from Amazon. I'll try and leave a link. It's €20 and it's copper cable and it's for 100 meters, and because it's double, when you split the cable, it's you're actually getting 200 meters of copper cable for €20. And this is what I'm using to make the radials. Even though you do get 2 rolls of this from the DX Commander, this is the same wire you make the elements and the radials, and I've got this much left over, possibly a bit too much, in case you ever need to replace any of the radials, or should I say elements, because I'm not quite sure where I get this from. So let's have a quick walk over. I have got the sun really strong shining at the moment, and I'm not quite sure what you can see, but I'm sure you can see all these radials on this side, and on this side a few, but I need to do a few more in the upcoming days. The more radials I put down, the lower the SWR seems to be. Not quite sure if there's any difference on receive and transmit yet, but it's certainly positive regarding the more radials, certainly on the roof, the better it is for me. I'm also using a common mode choke. In fact, I've got two, because I get so much RFI in the shack and so many problems, and I have found with a second one here that it's just reduced the noise floor slightly, and the spectrum scope on the radio looks cleaner. Just outside the shack I've also got one of these, and I do find with the combination of two, in my situation, it really helps regarding noise, RF in the shack, and all the problems that brings. So we can see this is it really. There's not a lot to this aerial. You have here the elements, which is just really just cut the cable to the length that's on the instructions and feed it through the holes here. Tie a little bit of elastic cord there, as you can see, to the 10-meter one, and it's as simple as that. It should take you about 45 minutes to build the aerial, and that's time over to have a cup of coffee as well. Very easy build. What I can see, very, very good quality components, and unfortunately I forgot to put one of the we call them Jubilee clips here, the plastic ones. Very nice they are, clamps, but I forgot to put one on, and yesterday it just dropped a section, but no damage. Within no time it was fixed and was able to carry on. And just as a note about the display, I'm not quite sure how well you can see it here, but I like a lot of blue. I can see exactly where the signals are. I mean, exactly where they are. A lot of operators have this background, very noisy, with I don't know what they do, but for me, the more blue the better, and still I can see every signal. I can still see quite clearly. Yeah, mainly with the older radios I find that have a display, it seems to be like that. But yeah, some of the newer radios, people must have the RF turned too high, or yeah, something turned too high, but I just find this just very easy on the eyes, and kind of there we are. Just sort of make that point. So we have a competition on today. Gives a quick idea of the receiving capabilities. The only thing I can find competitions useful for is seeing how far you can get. But yeah. Well, I think that's French. I don't know where he's gone.
Okay, you're not in my luck. I need to look your district and call me again, please. Papa India 4 Charlie Oscar and Mike contest.
A duck station.
Papa India 4. Queen Victoria S6DQV. Golf 3 Papa Queen Delta. See the districts again, guys. Yeah, county down, got it, thanks, good luck, G4, yeah.
4 Charlie X-ray, mate.
Mexico 4 Charlie X-ray Mexico. Thank you. You're 591. Night flight 4, I think.
Mexico 9 India. Contact Mexico 9 India, Mexico.
So we're certainly getting the UK and the French stations coming through. That's for sure. We're going to have a quick listen on 20.
Check up net 111, PT1.
Yeah, of course, when you land on the stripe, they finish talking.
Bye-bye.
United Zulu 7 Canada, contest.
So as you can hear, it's certainly receiving well, this this aerial. Shall we try 18? A little bit noisy 18, but there's something going on.
Charlie Tango 2, Florida Echo.
And it sounds great.
Strong, loud and clear. Anyway, 5 to 10 over 90. Golf Whiskey 0, Golf 0 Whiskey X-ray Japan 81 Echo Hotel Engine.
I'm just missing them. Oh well, let's go on help if we're on SSB. Let's get another one. Just not quick enough.
Depende, se può prendere sempre che tenga, lo può mettere ora panno, o solo racime.
Sugar Victor 3, Romeo Tata, Quebec.
No, nothing happening here. Nothing happening here. Does anybody know what these lines are? I see them in other YouTube videos as well. Very don't know what's going on there. And that's it really. We can't really pick up AT. Well, there's not a lot going on anyway. 160. Surprised if we pick anything up. And that's it.
737. You're welcome. Thanks. Cheers, mate.
Some really strong signals as well. Always have the preamp turned off here. It's just not needed. This is 20 dB over, this chap.
Mexico 9 India, Mexico.
Obviously I don't know what power he's running. But this is very similar to when I had the Yagi plugged in. Certainly lots of stations there. It's Friday evening around 7 o'clock. After it almost lost the radials, let's have a quick listen.
Mike November, is that correct? Mexico, number 6, Mike.
Running an amplifier about 300 watts into a doublet there, up at about 9 meters, Kev.
Mexico. No problem.
Ein Rapport und ich sitze hier oben im Landraum und wollte auch...
Okay, Chris. Very good to
In Ordnung. Ich weiß gar nicht, Herbert Franz, seid ihr alleine?
So plenty of European stations. The UK's booming in. Germany, France, Italy. It's a bit noisier on 40 than the Yagi, but we're receiving very nicely.
Yankee Ontario, number 3, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta. Yankee Ontario, 3, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, calling CQ, Delta X-ray. This is Yankee Ontario, number 3, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta. Yankee Ontario, 3, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, calling CQDX, standing by, over.
Next to them.
Again, the setup are already over.
So, Italy, no problem on 20.
Bravo, Delta, calling CQ, Delta X-ray. This is Yankee Ontario, number 3, Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta. Yankee Ontario, 3,
I'll give it a go.
Foxtrot, Bravo, Delta, calling CQDX, standing by, over.
Papa Alpha 1, Lima Echo Golf.
Very pile up on 30.
Okay. I've not got the patience to be hanging around here with this pile up. One, press the button. EQ, radio, tuner, display all come on. How lazy.